Syrma SGS bets big on Japanese clients with new electronics manufacturing JV. Syrma SGS Technology has announced a strategic partnership with Japan's Kaga Electronics India to establish a new joint venture company in India. Rather than being a routine corporate agreement, this move represents an important step in the company's ambition to strengthen its position in the fast-growing electronics manufacturing services, or EMS, industry. The proposed joint venture will establish a technologically advanced manufacturing facility dedicated primarily to serving Japanese customers. This focus is significant because Japanese companies are known for demanding extremely high standards in quality, precision, and manufacturing reliability. Under the agreement, Syrma SGS will own a 60% stake in the new company while Kaga Electronics India will hold the remaining 40%. This ownership structure allows Syrma to retain management control while benefiting from Kaga's customer relationships and decades of experience in the Japanese electronics ecosystem. The initial investment into the joint venture will total around 25 crore rupees. Syrma SGS will contribute approximately 15 crore rupees, while Kaga Electronics will invest around 10 crore rupees, providing the financial foundation for setting up the manufacturing operations. Although the investment amount may appear modest compared to large manufacturing projects, investors should focus more on the strategic value of the partnership than the initial capital commitment. Joint ventures often begin with limited investments before expanding as customer orders and production volumes increase. One of the biggest highlights of this announcement is the exclusive focus on Japanese customers. Japan continues to be one of the world's largest producers of electronics, industrial equipment, and automotive components, creating significant outsourcing opportunities for reliable manufacturing partners. Many Japanese companies have been actively diversifying their manufacturing footprint outside China in recent years. India has emerged as one of the preferred destinations due to government incentives, improving infrastructure, and a rapidly expanding electronics manufacturing ecosystem. By partnering directly with Kaga Electronics, Syrma SGS gains access to an established network within the Japanese corporate ecosystem. Building such relationships independently could have taken many years, making this partnership strategically valuable beyond its immediate financial contribution. Kaga Electronics is a well-known global electronics trading and manufacturing company with deep relationships across Japanese industries. These existing customer connections could help the joint venture secure manufacturing contracts more efficiently than a newly established standalone business. For Syrma SGS, this partnership complements its existing EMS capabilities while expanding its international customer reach. Instead of competing solely for domestic business, the company is positioning itself to participate in global electronics manufacturing opportunities. India's EMS industry has been witnessing strong structural growth over the past several years. Government initiatives such as the Production-Linked Incentive Scheme, growing domestic demand and the China Plus One strategy have encouraged multinational companies to expand manufacturing operations within India. As more global brands diversify their supply chains, Indian contract manufacturers are receiving increasing attention. Companies capable of delivering high-quality production while maintaining international standards are expected to benefit the most from this long-term trend. The proposed manufacturing facility aims to be technologically advanced and state-of-the-art, suggesting that both partners intend to build a competitive production base rather than a conventional assembly operation. Higher-end manufacturing capabilities generally attract customers seeking quality, consistency and long-term supply reliability. Corporate governance within the joint venture has also been carefully structured. The board of directors will consist of 4 members, with Syrma SGS nominating 2 directors and Kaga Electronics nominating the remaining 2. Such balanced board representation is common in strategic joint ventures because it allows both partners to participate in important business decisions. At the same time, Syrma's majority ownership provides overall control over the venture's direction. The agreement also includes customary shareholder protection mechanisms such as rights of first refusal for share transfers, reserved matters requiring mutual approval and provisions governing future capital raising. These clauses help maintain stability while protecting the interests of both shareholders. Future funding requirements have also been addressed within the agreement through rights issue provisions. As the business grows, both companies will have a structured mechanism to provide additional capital without creating uncertainty over ownership. Importantly, the disclosure confirms that this is not a related party transaction. Neither company belongs to the promoter group of the other, indicating that the partnership has been established on commercial terms rather than through affiliated relationships. For investors, this improves confidence that the transaction has been negotiated independently based on business opportunities. Arm's-length strategic partnerships generally carry greater credibility in the market. Another positive aspect is the absence of any major governance concerns or unusual control rights. The agreement follows a relatively balanced structure that is typical for international manufacturing collaborations. While the market may initially focus on the 25 crore rupee investment, the real opportunity lies in the potential order pipeline that this partnership could generate over the coming years. Manufacturing businesses are ultimately driven by customer acquisition and capacity utilization rather than only initial investments. If the joint venture successfully secures contracts from Japanese manufacturers, production volumes could increase significantly over time. Higher utilization of manufacturing facilities generally improves operating efficiency and profitability for EMS companies. The partnership also aligns with India's ambition of becoming a global electronics manufacturing hub. Government policies continue encouraging foreign companies to manufacture locally while building resilient supply chains that reduce dependence on a single geography. For Syrma SGS, this joint venture strengthens its long-term competitive positioning within an industry that continues to attract global investment. The collaboration combines local manufacturing expertise with international customer access, creating a potentially powerful growth platform. Investors should remember that this announcement does not immediately translate into higher revenues or profits. The financial benefits will depend on how quickly the joint venture establishes operations, attracts customers, and begins commercial production. However, strategic announcements like this often become important milestones because they expand a company's future addressable market. Successfully executing such partnerships can create recurring revenue opportunities that extend well beyond the initial investment. The electronics manufacturing industry remains one of India's fastest-growing industrial sectors, supported by rising exports, increasing localization, and global supply chain diversification. Companies building strong international partnerships today could be among the biggest beneficiaries over the next decade. Overall, Syrma SGS joint venture with Kaga Electronics appears to be a strategic expansion rather than merely a financial investment. If executed successfully, the collaboration could strengthen the company's global presence while opening the door to higher value manufacturing opportunities from Japan and other international markets. Disclaimer: this content is for informational and educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice. Stock market investments are subject to market risks, and viewers should conduct their own research or consult a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. The author holds no responsibility for any financial losses. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more such updates.